Miss Brown happened to be looking straight at us, which meant that she saw everything, my nigga. Yes, she saw the glizzy, the peas, my little Pepe. She saw it all.
Hey bro, you good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just been thinking lately about the amount of L's that I've taken over the years, you know?
Damn, that's tough.
Nah, I don't think you quite understand. I have literally taken so many L's. Like the amount of L's that I've taken, just the sheer size of it it's almost biblical.
Okay, I get it.
No, you don't get it. You can't just simply get it, okay? For you to somewhat understand where I'm coming from, I'm gonna have to tell you stories of some of the most embarrassing L's that I've taken so you can get some idea, just some notion of the sheer fucking scale of these L's.
Nah, that's okay, broski. I ain't really asked, so...
So for you to understand this first L, I gotta take you back all the way to Nigeria. When I was only
Is he not listening to me?
You see, I was born in Lagos, Nigeria, where I spent the first couple years of my childhood before moving over here to the UK when I was like 5. And in those 5 years, I had definitely seen some shit, like some deep, twisted shit. You see, in Western society, schools have certain rules to them that both teachers and students have to follow. You know, simple things like not dating your students or not brutally assaulting the children with whips, belts, canes, you know, all that good shit. But the thing is, back in Nigeria, they didn't get that memo. You see, they didn't really have these rules, at least not the second rule. Now, I don't know about nowadays and how schools in Nigeria are right now, but back then, it was a completely different story. Teachers used to whip students with absolutely no remorse whatsoever. They just did not give a fuck. They would beat children like a horny teenager beats his meat after discovering Lana Rhodes for the first time. Matter of fact, some of the teachers probably enjoyed whipping the child's ass. And you might think, why the hell would the parents be allowing this? But in a lot of cases, the parents actually gave permission to the teachers to do this in the first place. This was just seen as normal culture.
Wait, if you were like 5 or younger when this happened, then how the hell do you even remember this story?
Because the story was just that traumatizing that even now, several years later, I still remember the details like it was only yesterday. So I must have been in class, you know, doing my thing, when all of a sudden I realized that I needed to go to the bathroom.
So you peed yourself in class?
Nigga, let me finish the story. Damn. Anyways, like I was saying, I needed to go. Like, needed to go. So I went up to the teacher and I asked her if I could use the toilet. And she looked me up and down, kissed her teeth, and simply said no. Now, I almost slapped the fuck out of that bitch right there and then, because what the fuck does she mean by no? Like, I don't understand why teachers do this shit. Like, what the hell does she think I was gonna do in the toilet anyways? Sell crack cocaine at 5 years old or some shit? Like, why don't you just let me go? Anyways, I reiterated that I really needed to go because I thought maybe she just didn't understand the gravity of the situation, because if I didn't go right there and then they might as well put my ass in the milk carton because it's wraps for me. GG, es finito. But she was just not budging. She told me to go sit my ass back down and finish my work. So I sat, and then a couple minutes passed, and now I really needed to go. Alarm bells started going off in my head, and I knew that if I didn't get to the toilet right that instant, that I was gonna have a very long day. So I asked the teacher again if she could please let me go to the damn toilet, and she simply said no again. And when she said no the second time, I already knew what was about to go down, so I just closed my eyes and tried to hold on as long as I could. But in the end, I couldn't stop what was about to happen from happening. I just let go, and all of a sudden I began to feel this warm...
No. Don't go into detail like that, bruh. We don't need to know all that.
The point is, I peed myself. Now, you would think that that's the most embarrassing part of the story, right? But no, it gets much much worse because you see, as soon as the teacher noticed what had gone down, she told me to come to the front of the class, and I kid you not, in front of all the other kids, she proceeded to expose me for what just happened. She told them all that I had just wet myself, and to rub salt in the wound even more, she then proceeded to beat my smooth brown ass in front of everyone. Yes, she gave me a public ass whooping before she let me go.
So she...
Yup.
In front of everyone?
Yup. That shit still got me fucked up to this very day. Now, this next story is kind of mad. You see, this takes place during high school. Now, in my school, we used to have these special days where they take us off the timetable to do some event like Careers Day or Sex Education Day, you know, shit like that. Now, I can't remember exactly what event was taking place on this particular day, but that don't really matter. All I remember was being split into groups and doing various different tasks with that group. Now, the group I was in had this kid that we'll call him Jordan. Now, I did not like this nigga Jordan at all. He was one of those kids that tended to take jokes a little bit too far. Like, this nigga would do anything as long as he thought it was funny. And that day wasn't any different. You see, at the time, my school was kind of going through a crisis. You know, there was this pantsing pandemic that was going around where niggas with dead ass go around pulling your trousers down just to with you, which meant it wasn't safe for anybody to be roaming these streets because at any point you could find yourself standing there being laughed at by your peers because a nigga decided to with your mental health by pantsing you in front of a lot of people. Now, Jordan, he thought it would be funny to go ahead and pants me right there and then, so he did just that. But here's where it gets fucked, because when he pants me, he didn't just pull down my trousers. Oh no, he pulled down my boxers, nigga. Yes, he pulled down everything, revealing my very essence to the world. Now, he said later on that this was all an accident, but that doesn't really matter right now because at that moment right there and then, I was in crisis mode. You see, when Jordan decided to pants me, he did it right in the view of our teacher, who we'll call Miss Brown. So when he did it, Miss Brown happened to be looking straight at us, which meant that she saw everything, my nigga. Yes, she saw the glizzy, the peas, my little Pepe. She saw it all.
So you're telling me that the teacher saw?
Yes, she saw everything. Now, we're all standing there in stunned silence as our brains began registering what the hell just went down, and I'm there just freaking out. So after that brief period of stunned silence, I pulled my trousers back up and just turned to look at Jordan in sheer disbelief. Like, did this nigga really just do what he just did? Now, I don't know how Miss Brown reacted because I can't read minds. She was probably like, damn, he got a big... The crazy part is I wasn't even mad. You see, whatever anger that I had was overshadowed by the feeling of just sheer embarrassment that I felt at the time because my teacher really just saw my lethal weapon. Looking back on it, that whole situation was actually just fucked. Thank God that the rest of the people in the class didn't see what went down because I probably would have died of embarrassment right there and then. Anyways, she sent Jordan out the class and that was that.
Damn, that's tough. I still don't know why you're telling me these stories though, cause I still really didn't ask.
So this next story, this is a different type of embarrassing L. You see, this one isn't as humiliating as the last two. It's more romantic in nature, but I still find it embarrassing and L-worthy nonetheless. You see, this takes place back in primary school where there was this girl that I was into heavy. Her name, we'll just call her Emily. Now, I had the biggest crush on Emily. She was this short, petite, white girl that used to sit behind me in class. Now, we talk here and there, but it was never anything serious, which was just the thing because I always wanted our relationship to be more than just talking. I was trying to love her like a love song, you feel me? So I swallowed my pride and built up the confidence to write her a note, confessing my undying love to her.
So you wrote her a note? Damn, you really are a bitch.
Yes, nigga, I wrote her a note. You see, back in the day, we didn't just go around asking girls out. Like, what the fuck did you think this was, nigga? Do I look like my name is Romeo to be going around asking girls out with words and shit? Nope. What we do is scribble down on the note, do you like me, yes or no, and then throw it at the girl. She'd read it and you'd find out very quickly if you took a W or an L, just by the way she reacts to the note. So that's what I did. I wrote her a note and told her friend friend of hers to give her the note. Now, understandably, I was shitting bricks because I was terrified of rejection. I just remember staring right ahead, not even looking behind me where she was sitting because I was so afraid that she'd be disgusted or she would clown me or something, which I was trying to avoid at all costs. But that's when I looked up at my friend who was telling me to turn around for some reason, which I did, and I found myself staring face to face with Emily. Like, she was just staring right into my soul with this weird smile, holding the note up in her hand.
So you took a W.
Fuck no, nigga. This is a story about L's. I took a fat L because she looked me dead in the eyes with that weird smile and simply said no, that she wasn't into me and all that shit. Now, to a young black nigga like myself, that translated to fuck no, nigga, you ugly as shit, boy. Why the hell would I want to be into a dusty, crusty, ugly nigga like you? So understandably, I was down bad. I just took the L on the outside and acted like everything was fine, but on the inside, that shit hurted, man. Like, that shit hurted a lot. But we moved. I was a little bit embarrassed because she kind of rejected me in front of a couple of my friends, and because I was younger, I thought that was the end of the world. But you know how it is. You just gotta learn from your L and move on with your life. Woo-wee! I feel a lot better now that I've gotten those L's off of my chest. Barbara? Where do you go? Where the fuck is that nigga? Did that nigga just leave? Ain't no way that nigga just left me. Hello? Barbara? Where you at, nigga? You still need to finish my trim. What is this? Nigga, what I pay you for? How you gonna leave me in the middle of a haircut, nigga? Where you go? Hello? Barbara? Barbara?
See, we do what they never do. Wonder why they hate. Show them love when I'm on the stage. Girl, just show them breasts. Don't want hugs. Wanna see you dance. Then just bust a square. Give the unks. Yeah, she fell in love. Just another black boy story. Parent issues. Drugs and mischief. That's what kids